Magic Technicolor Dreamcoat of a show every day, Liquid Lunch on NEWSMAX TV from 12 to 2 Eastern. But I'm joined by the managing editor of Liquid Lunch, Frank Morano, my co-host, my confidant, and recently married man. And
sorry, ladies.
We are committed to our main goal of making television great again.
That's right.
And in all pursuits of greatness, there are pitfalls and hurdles to be beaten, and we're doing that every day. Thank God you're back. This is our first segment, just me and you.
Yeah, hey.
Just you and I.
You'd think it called for a drink.
Well, it's funny you said that because I just happened to have an extra martini laying right here.
Thank you.
And I want to be the first to toast you and Rachel on national television.
Thank you.
And wish you the best in your marriage.
Before we get to some very serious breaking news of the day, and there's a ton, I want to sincerely thank you for being my worst man and for throwing probably one of the best parties I've ever been to in our honor at your home. It was a lot of fun on Saturday, and I thank you for doing that. It was you really went above and beyond. It was really spectacular.
When you are the worst man at one of your dearest friends and confidants' wedding, that may sound terrible, but it isn't. You're the guy who just missed the last cut to get in the bridal party because the new wife doesn't have enough cousins or friends or something, and they're like, okay, well, somebody's got to go, and Johnny T's the guy, so I got cut, but Frank selected me as the worst man, which means I have to give the toast at the after party and buy the first round of drinks, which is fair. And then me and my brothers took it to another level and said, forget about it. If you want to be a real OG worst man going forward, you got to throw the after party and just a part of the value you are in my life.
Oh, that means a lot. Now, one bit of breaking news that's emanating from here in New York has to do with the president's tax returns. Now, right before the show, we learned that a federal judge had honored Manhattan District Attorney Cy Vance's request to force the president and his company to hand over 8 years' worth of tax returns. Now, that was right before the show. During the show, the president got an emergency appeal from the Second Circuit Court of Appeals that says he doesn't have to hand over his tax returns just yet. John, this is a case that could find its way all the way up to the United States Supreme Court, and I'm glad things are so great here in Manhattan that Cy Vance can worry about 8 years of the president's tax returns instead of prosecuting actual crime.
Well, how about instead of not going after Harvey Weinstein for years and years? How about, focus a little effort on that if you're Cy Vance?
John, as you so often do, you hit the nail right on the head because, believe it or not, this is the same issue. Why is Cy Vance doing this? Now, Cy Vance is doing this because he's
strictly political.
He's up for re-election.
Strictly political.
He's up for re-election in 2021, and he has a couple of virulent, ultra-left-wing...
How old is Cy Vance?
I'm going to say he's about 63.
That's it?
Yeah.
63?
Yeah. But he's got these ultra-left-wing challengers in a Democratic primary, and they are going to hang on him, Harvey Weinstein, who he essentially let off because his lawyers made some generous campaign contributions to Cy Vance's campaign, and Donald Trump. He got criticized, Vance got criticized for letting off Ivanka Trump and her husband, Jared Kushner, and it just so happened their lawyer and Donald Trump's lawyer donated very generously to Cy Vance's campaign. So now he's got to prove that he's not really a total political prosecutorial prostitute by going after Donald Trump.
A political prosecutorial prostitute.
He is. That's what he is. He's a P3.
That's an alliteration.
When I see Cy Vance...
I don't know. I'm not up on my SAT stuff. Is that an onomatopoeia when you have like multiples at the same time? Or no?
He is PQ.
No.
Cy Vance is PQ.
Holy mackerel. I never even heard you say that before.
It's true.
All right. Well, Cy Vance probably isn't tuned in, but if you are, we want to give you an opportunity to give your side of the story. Mr. District Attorney, you're always welcome here on Liquid Lunch to tell us why you're going after the president. But we'll get into all that and more. We're going to take a quick break, come back at you right now with